Hi everybody, this is Blue Phoenix, aka Erkenfresh. I'm taking another look at Bitwig Studio 2. This is the beta, version 3 of the beta for Bitwig 2. So what I'm going to cover in this little preview, I guess you could call it, is all the modulators that are in Bitwig Studio 2. Let me just first show you the setup here. I've got basically a diva. It's playing, this is one of the pads from the Lufstrom 9 pack. Awesome pack if you ever want to pick it up. Very simple chord progression. In order to show off these modulators though, I'm going to open the frequency up to the maximum. It doesn't sound as good this way, but it'll help illustrate what the filter is doing. So I've essentially added a filter here. There's a lot of stuff on the left side. Let's get rid of that. So there's just a filter, low-pass filter here, and I'm going to show you what each of these modulators do in turn. So I can you can activate and deactivate it, each one of these, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to go through these kind of quickly here. So here we go. This is the 4 stage. You can kind of draw your own curve, and it will re-trigger with each note. I can let's see, turn this on, turn the different stages on and off. As far as I know, I can't make those curve, but there you go. That is the 4-stage doodad. This is just going to the cutoff. Most of these are going to just go to the cutoff of that filter. ADSR, very simple. You can set your own ADSR that triggers with each note. Change the decay, sustain, release. You know how an ADSR works. Okay, this is the AH DSR. You can see I've got like a 1-second pause at the top. There you go. Awesome. We have an audio sidechain. So in order to enable that, I'm going to go to... I've just created a really simple bass pattern over here. Nothing fancy. The audio sidechain comes in, you can low pass it, or you can high pass it. And it gives you a nice indicator of what it's doing over here. Attack, release, bang, going to the cutoff. You now have, you could sidechain like this, or, well, you can do all kinds of stuff. That's audio sidechain. This here is a beat LFO. I haven't quite figured out what makes this so special versus a classic LFO, but you have control over the shape. What I find interesting is it does have a groove enable button. That has something to do with it. I don't know what. But there you go. This one's cool. It's just a button. So you can see over here the filter cutoff. I've set the knob. You can say if you want to change between 2 values, you can set a button to do it. Bang. Smooth. Oh. What does that mean? I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Filter. So this is basically, it's like the button, but it's 2 buttons. So I have one on the resonance, like a resonance cut, and one on a cutoff. Cool. Not too fancy there. This is a classic LFO. You can have it go for bars, or you can go with time. I believe you can even have the LFO modulate its own speed. Nope, not in this case. Not with the classic LFO. Let's see, and you can change the curve. Very cool. That's the LFO. Let's mute this thing again. Envelope follower. This is actually going to follow the volume of the incoming signal. And you can see it's, if it gets louder, the filter opens up. That's envelope follower. You can change the, basically the gain of the input signal to make it more sensitive or whatever. Expressions. So cool thing with this is it you have velocity, timbre, I think that's release, pressure. So you can map, whoops, let's not do that. You can map each of those note expressions to various modulators. So if I go in here and just select all these and lower their velocity, there you go. There's a bug here. If you adjust the velocity while the notes are playing, they continue to play forever. It's kind of annoying. Okay, hardware CVN. I don't know much about this. I guess if you've got an external synth, you've got connected up, you've got your control voltage coming in, you can have that modulate your filter. I don't have that set up because I don't know how to do it. Key track. Very cool as well. You can make your own graph here, and you can see that as the notes get higher, you get higher on the curve, you can have that modulate your whatever you want. All right, that's key track. This is LFO. This one's pretty good. You can have it re-trigger on notes. You can have it start at a random phase with each note press. Free running or sync, all available. I do believe with this one I can change. No, it looks like I can change some of these, but you can also have it like fade in so that kind of nice for like a vibrato effect. If you have a vibrato you want to kind of hold off for a while, then you could have a fade in on it. So that's an LFO. You can change shapes here, of course. Whoop-de-doo. Nothing too crazy there. For this guy, this is actually a basically 4 knobs crammed into one space. So you can just map knobs, 4 knobs here. This one doesn't work for some reason, but yeah. You can make them bipolar, which is really cool. Which is really handy feature. Okay, this one here is just a knob. I've mapped it to cut off. Single knob. This is one that you'll probably end up using quite a bit. I can map it to multiple parameters too, no problem. And I can make this bipolar or not. Nice to have. Alrighty, moving right along. It's very exciting. So this one's it's called Math. This one's pretty cool. So I've got this map to cut off again, and this is going to multiply the 2 knobs together. So you could map these to maybe you have a mod wheel, and you want that to change how much a different knob matters or whatever. You can add these, subtract, min and max. So if I go above this other one, it doesn't matter. Yep, so that's the math one. We've got a CC. You can, if you had a MIDI device and you wanted to map a knob in here, you could do that right here, bang. I don't have that hooked up right now, so I can't show you that. AB. What this does is you set, basically you set an amount for B and an amount for A, and then you just mix between the two. So I can have A be more severe cut than B goes up. So it's a little bit more control than you would have over just a straight up bipolar knob here. There are occasions I've wanted to do something like that in Ableton and not really been able to, but this is a note sidechain. So again, if we had that bass on, You see that with each bass hit, this is striking, so to speak. But the cutoff's going up with the bass. Okay, that's the note side chain. And of course, you can select any input you want, even this one if you wanted, but that's that one. All right, random. Feel a crash coming on, but no crashing. Random's great. You can set it to either be synced here in fourths, or you can set hertz. It's just going to change over time. You can make it smooth it out, so it's more of a glide effect versus a harsh. So pretty useful. That's a really nice creative effect there you can do. And it's dirt cheap to set up. So that's random. You can also have it start over on notes or free run as well. And okay, so this one, I can't remember what it's called. Select 4, I think. I've mapped each of these to different parameters on the filter. So if you watch, as I go up, the filter goes up, and then as I get past it, it's gonna dwindle as the resonance changes, and then pre and then post. I can also set this to fill mode, which is gonna be additive. So as I keep going up, that cutoff's gonna keep going, then the resonance keeps going, and then so on. Beats me. I don't know why, where I would use that, but I'm sure I'll find use. Stepper, awesome. Stepper's pretty nice. I can, of course, edit this. I can hit the die here and it'll randomize it. I can change the number of steps. And of course change the frequency. I also noticed I could change the, I could have the stepper modulate its own speed. So you'll notice the ones that are lower are going to stick around longer. You can go negative with that as well. So that's the stepper. Very cool. This one's called Vector 4. I've basically mapped each of these to different parameters, and we've got an XY pad, and you see you map each of these corners to something different. Different stuff changes. Double click it goes back to the middle. That's it. That's Vector 4. You also have Vector 8, which is a little crazy. You have basically 8 modulators, and this will flip between, let's turn that off for now. This will flip between all 8 of those modulators. You might do this with like a resonator bank where there's like a gazillion knobs on it. So I could see a use for that. And then we got the XY pad. So you map X and Y individually. It's like a Vector 4, but it's not bipolar. It's unipolar. One polar. Okay, so that's all the modulators. It's currently in Bitwig Studio 2. There's a few more questions about how a modulation might work that I had. So I experimented a little bit and found the answers for myself. I was wondering if you could modulate modulators, because I was worried that you couldn't, but you can. So all I've done here is this first modulator here is modulating the speed of the second LFO. So you can see as this climbs up, it wah-wahs a little bit faster. Very cool. So you can modulate modulators. It's pretty easy to do. You just click on this arrow here, and you just pick your parameter, and away it goes. All you have to do is open this up, and you have access to that. Now, I don't know if this guy can now modulate. Oh, yeah. So you can modulate back. I don't know what this is going to do. You get some really weird effects if you do stuff like that. But yeah, so you can have modulators modulate each other. Scary. I had another question too about can you have one modulator modulate several devices in a chain? Yes, you can. So I've created a chain here. It's I think it's the device is called chain. and then you can click on this. It'll show you all the devices in the chain. I put a resonator bank in here and a tree monster and the modulators here. All I did was I took this LFO and I put this on a whole bunch of different knobs. And so you can see the same modulator is modulating 2 different devices. So it's the tree monster. There you go. So you can modulate multiple devices with one modulator, which is very that's a necessity in my opinion. So basically that's it. That's the modulation system in Bitwig Studio 2. I can imagine I could play around with this for hours and hours and hours. So it's pretty cool. They've done a great job with it. So I hope you found that useful, and I will catch you next time. See ya. Peace.